Good evening, and welcome to This Week in Paranormal Quickie. All right, this is a quickie. Let's get right into the videos. Here we go. We're going to run right through this. All right, we're going to get right back into that. Also, the preliminary part is that a laser was shined up at this thing.
That's what I thought.
And this is the report from the UFO. Can drones do that?
It's possible if there's a switch for the lights,
Okay.
but it's shining brighter than what it is. That's kind of harder to say.
So it's kind of interesting to you then?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, that's cool. Um, Hey, that's interesting. That's different than most things that come out. That's awesome. All right, let's
right.
go to number two. Security guard gets a guest at 3 a.m. All right, we'll play it again. All right, when the doors open, um, they do malfunction at times.
Yeah,
Or who knows? There could have been something beyond what we can see because you can only see so far over there.
right.
You could literally toss something across there that could be beyond the sight, which could make the doors open as well.
Yeah,
I give him credit for the acting.
yeah.
Now let's go get the wheelchair because my person needs to be in a wheelchair. Okay, you're good. All right, let's go on number three. This is actually a series of videos related to um, last Saturday's California Mass UFO series. All right, let's take one more look at them. All right, what do you think this is? Is that a series of drones? Probably,
Yeah,
because that would be easy to program in a computer, I would think.
yeah. You can program them to descend like that.
Absolutely, I can see that, and they can have one big bright light like that too, right?
Yeah, and the fact that they have the beach blocked off, that
Uh
kind of
huh.
makes me think there's a drone show.
Okay, that would make sense.
That and there's too many red and blue lights. It's almost like they're trying to post as a police officer.
That's a good point as well. And it's too good to be true as well.
Yeah.
Reality.
Yeah, to have that many supposed UFOs in one spot.
Yeah. Any thoughts on this one? It's also a drone.
Yeah.
They can do the lights together. Oh, actually, it wouldn't be much different. Be the same thing, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Computer programming and the drone, just all right next to each other, or from a
because
distance.
you could see the light strobing back and forth.
Okay, I guess you could. And that'd be easy to do via computer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, all you gotta do is program it into the drone's patterns.
All right, let's go one more. I'm gonna say right away. I'm not. We're not gonna watch it a second time. It's. I'm sure it's computer programmed in. That's what it has to be. And if you have stuff tied to a string, that would easily solve this right here.
Yeah,
I like the work and ingenuity involved in the video, though.
yeah,
Plus, a stick figure moving around that much, that doesn't happen on an actual SLS normally.
yeah. Especially with that quick of movement, it's usually slow.
Yeah. Now it's going to dance.
You gotta twerk.
Uh huh. All right. All right. Now we're going to do other segments here on our show. For tonight's story segment, Cemetery Night to Remember. A couple of years ago on a cool autumn night, I had an unforgettable experience that would stay with me forever. It all started when a group of friends and I decided to visit the local cemetery after hours. Rumors had been circulating that the cemetery was haunted, and we were curious to see for ourselves if there was any truth to the stories. I was with a couple of friends in one car while another friend drove a separate vehicle. As we made our way through the dark and winding roads leading to the cemetery, we could feel a sense of unease creep over us. The night was still and eerily quiet, the only sound being the rustling of leaves in the wind. As we pulled up to the gates of the cemetery, I could feel my heart racing in anticipation. The gates were locked. The gates were locked, but that didn't stop us. We parked our cars outside and decided to explore on foot. The moon cast an eerie glow over the gravestones, creating long shadows that seemed to dance in the darkness. We walked amongst the headstones, reading the names and dates etched into the cold stone. The air was thick with a sense of foreboding as we were not alone in the cemetery. Suddenly, my friend who was driving the other car let out a gasp and pointed ahead. We all turned and looked, and that's when we saw it, a small figure darting across the road in front of the truck. We were all frozen in place, trying to make sense of we had just witnessed. I felt a chill run down my spine, my arms covered in goosebumps. We quickly got back into our cars as we followed the others out of the cemetery. As we drove down the dark road, my friend in the other car suddenly slammed on the brakes. We pulled up beside them and rolled down the window, asking what had happened. They explained they had heard a loud bang on the back of their car, as if something had hit it. We all got out of our cars to inspect the damage. To our horror, we found small handprints smeared across the back of the car, as if a child had touched it. The realization hit us like a ton of bricks. The figure we had seen running across the road was not a figment of our imagination. It was real. Fear gripped us as we stood in the darkness, unsure of what to do next. We could feel a presence watching us, a sense of malevolence that sent shivers down our spines. Without a word, we all got back into our cars and drove away from the cemetery as quickly as we could. To this day, I still cannot explain what we saw that night. Was it the spirit of a restless soul haunting the cemetery, or something more sinister? Whatever it was, it left an indelible mark on me and my friends. We never spoke of that night again, too afraid to relive the terror that had gripped us in the darkness of the cemetery. But the memory of that unforgettable night will always stay with me, a chilling reminder of the thin veil that separates the living from the dead. Our conference segment for tonight is Phenomecon in Vernal, Utah, that runs from September 4th to the 7th at the Uinta Conference Center. Figures for this event include David Paulides, Mariah Mayer, and Russell Cord of Expedition Bigfoot, Travis Taylor and Eric Bard from Skinwalker Ranch, Ben Hansen, George Knapp, and Richard Estep. Also on Saturday the 7th, Travis Taylor is also in the band that performs at 9 p.m.